Here we go. Are you ready for another? We are now a third of the way through season 40 several. Still enjoying the ride, must be said. So, after the last tribal, Sol was feeling blindsided by everyone because he was expecting Rome to go home and he was the only person to vote for Rome. But that would have been a lot less entertaining, certainly for this week, if he had. At Tuku, Sue is getting emotional and drained, and at one point I thought she was about to throw in the towel. She even claims that she's 45 years old, but really she's 58 now. Honey, look, I turned 50 this weekend. There's no way that I'm telling people that I'm 37. I don't know, I don't look so bad in that picture 13 years ago, but no, it just doesn't wash, it doesn't work. Anyway, Sue finds the Beware advantage and quickly finds the idol that went with it. The red dye is a fantastic explosion of evidence that was very hard to hide. She claims it was from mucking around with the machete, but again, honey, like, you're just not very good at this line, malarkey, are you? Medical would definitely be involved if you had, but yeah, so nobody buys it at all. At Larvo, everyone's looking for the replaced idol, but Rome is totally Biff Tannening Sol to prevent him from hunting for the idol. And I got to ask, why has babysitting become an acceptable gameplay in Survivor? It's really quite bullish, but yeah, not a fan. At Garter, Andy's shot in the dark is found on the ground, but didn't he give that to Sierra last week? So not quite sure how that works out. Sierra has a Breadwinners Girls Alliance and tells Andy, who tells Sam, but it's the first thing that he's heard of it, so he kind of goes a bit, or, you know. Anyway, then we get into the immunity and reward challenge. And yeah, quite exciting, but Rome takes the puzzle element at the end and completely bombs massively without a single piece in place. And didn't Jeff milk that humiliation at Tribal? Loved that personally for him. But it's same as last week. Garter take out the first, Tuku take out the second prize, sending Larvo to Tribal. So at Larvo, Rome wants to totally bully Sol into giving up his shot in the dark. So Rome uses the still vote against Jen. Of course, that's just fake, and Sol sees right through it. And Rome uses that line, "It's not a threat, it's an ultimatum." And it's like, just shut the fuck up, dude. You're just, anyway. Uh, Keishan speculates and conspires to vote for Rome because that was the straw that broke his back, knowing that even if Teeny loses her vote at the journey, then it will be essentially a 2-2 between Sol and Rome, and then they can just re-vote for Rome. Absolutely delicious plan. If it weren't for the fact that Jen tells Rome, pinning the whole thing on Keishan, and starts that ball rolling. So then we get on to the actual journey itself, and it's Caroline, Andy, and Teeny. The instructions to turn over the timer and then read the note, but the three take the opportunity to catch up on the gossip first, which, great move, really. The note says that one person must agree to lose their vote to gain an advantage for all three to share. But if one person doesn't do it, then all three lose their vote and nobody gets it. Okay, so Teeny number crunches and volunteers herself as tribute, and they get the amulet idol. And that's only effective after the merge, and all remaining amulets, whether all amulet idols, must be played together at the same time, whether there is 3 or 2 or even 1 for it to be effective, and they've got to be played for the same person. So a bit of twist there. So get back to camp, and we're getting ready for tribal council, and yeah, it's for a start, Rome plays his still a vote, but plays it for Keishan. We're like, what the hell? Did not see that coming. And of course, Teeny doesn't have her vote, so Rome double loads on to Keishan. Jen goes to Keishan, but I was shocked that Sol also went for Keishan. And that's it. So Keishan is gone totally blindsided, which is a shame. Brilliant gameplay from someone who I absolutely hate, but full play to him. Really well done. And yeah, Rob loses his first player. So at this point, I'd like to congratulate Denise for making it to the end of episode 4 without losing a player for the first time since she's been playing this game. Good on you. Now, in the last 4 seasons, Liam, me, and Amanda have all survived the first 4 episodes without losing anyone. So that's a record. Final note, our alliance journey comes to an end next week when everyone will receive instructions as to the task that they have to do. Now, Tyler has already received an advantage, and if you're in his alliance, make sure he's passed that advantage on to you guys, because that needs to be played before next week. Things are gonna get spicy.